Welcome back. Inspirational Women series is about highlighting the achievements of women in Lebanon who are making an impact in their respective field. Yumna, on to you.
You, Noor. Yes, we're continuing with our women's series today, and this week's inspirational woman is none other than the Beirut Marathon Association founder, May Khalil. Now, the first Beirut Marathon happened back in 2003, where 3,000 runners participated, and in November of last year, 36,000 people ran, reaching the largest number of runners in the Beirut Marathon. Thank you for being here, Ms. Khalil.
Thank you for inviting me.
I want to start with why running? Why running?
Running is a way of life. It's about passion. It's about sharing, while running, sharing your dreams with other people. It is change, and definitely it has the power of changing societies. This might sound a bit weird, what I'm saying, but I believe in the power of sports. I believe that sports can change the world. In particular, running can change societies. And if let's say I look at the formula of the Beirut Marathon, when we started back in 2003 and where we are right now, we see that Lebanon as a country has been once destroyed by a long and devastating civil war. The division between politics and religion, and even the government is constantly divided or unstable. So all these things have been very much part of our culture. Here comes the power of sports and the power of the Beirut Marathon, where for one day a year we find people really truly united, and that's when the Beirut Marathon takes place. If I would take you as well back, during the days of war in Lebanon, the word running used to mean running from invasions, running from shells, running from war, while today it means running towards peace, towards hope, and towards a better tomorrow.
We're showing pictures on the television right now, the screen. Basically, you were involved in a tragic accident. I don't know if many people know this. Back in 2001, you were running and you got hit by a bus, and you had to undergo 36 surgeries, and after which doctor told you would never be able to run again. When doctors are telling you're never going to be able to run again, what goes through your mind?
Well, definitely at the beginning I had the denial. I went through the denial stage. I am a human being. From being a runner and a long distance runner, overnight I realized that I was no longer the same person I used to be. But at that time, even during my most vulnerable condition, I had a choice. I could turn problems into opportunities, or I could live all my life, asking why and why me, and make my life and the life of the people around me miserable.
So you chose not to be a victim, is what you're saying?
Definitely, I believe anytime we face a trauma, we are the decision makers. It's how to make the best out of it, how to turn problems into opportunities. Yumna, I believe that there is the inner strength inside each one of us. We, usually we're not aware of these qualities, but it's only when we face problems we find it there. And if it's there, all what you need to do is just pick it up and have control over your mind, because the mind has the power as well to take you in different directions. So the minute you're in control of your mind, this is it, you can deal with it.
This is the key, is what you're saying. Were you ever afraid about how people were going to perceive you? Maybe as a victim, this is what happened to her, and think to yourself, okay, I need to take control. But were you ever afraid, this is how it's going to be for me?
I think it's up to us how to portray, these reactions. The minute people look at you as you are in full control, people look at you in a different way. The minute the accident happened, I immediately realized that if I pity myself, I would lose the credibility of all the people around me. So this came along with the support of my husband, my family, and the society. So it was a complete package. If you want to let go, people next to you might support you for a while, but then afterwards they will run away from you. But when they see that you are giving them this positive energy. You are giving them hope. You know, I believe as well in this positive aura. I believe that positive reactions becomes like a snowball. You know, it brings more positive energy, and then, you know, it becomes really something wonderful.
I want to take this opportunity to say I completely agree, and I think this is probably the reason why you are, among many reasons, an inspirational woman for us. If somebody is going through, and this is interesting because you mentioned it, there are people who lose control. There are people who are unable to stay positive when it's so hard. So you, having gone through a very hard challenge, what is your advice for women going through these things? Because not everybody can take control. Do you think it's a gift? Do you think it's an ability that you have to, a skill that you have to work on?
I think it's a combination. I remember back then when I was at the hospital, and even during my at my most vulnerable stage, lots of people came to the hospital. They knocked at my door, and they came to share their stories. And I shared my story, and so it was honesty and transparency that brought us together. When I looked up at these people, you know, I felt the responsibility as well to be as strong as they were. And now I am ready to give support to whoever feels that they need support. So we need each other. We need to support each other. We cannot do it on our own. As I said, we are human beings. So I think the support system to start with is important, but it's up to you. If you don't want really to take that step forward, you know, even you know, the thousands of people who come to support you, if the mind is not ready, I don't think, you know, people can really move forward.
You started also the 10K or 5K race for women empowerment last year. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Why a women's race?
Well, you know, sports, it's about running for causes, and this is what's really happening now, and I'm very proud to see that the Beirut Marathon is becoming a platform for the different NGOs, for the volunteers, for people to run for the causes that they believe in. And women and women's empowerment is as well a cause that is dear to my heart and to the hearts of many people. So through this vehicle, or through this energy, you know, that we find through these events, we decided at the Beirut Marathon to focus on women's empowerment, on the different issues that women really deal with. And last year it was a great success. We had over 4,000 women, including the first lady. And these women, you know, they ran. Some of them ran just to run, others ran for the causes they believe in. We even had moms and babies. So the positive energy that was there was really incredible. And at the same time, you know, it becomes a call for action.
Here, I'm going to quote you and interrupt you on that one. A call for action. You were talking about the challenges that women face. What do you think is the biggest challenge that women are facing in Lebanon today?
I would say many. I cannot list them because
You can't think of one specific
well,
one,
definitely you have citizenship, you have the violence that is still, you know, I think now it's becoming all over the news, it's becoming a big issue. Even women, you know, not seeing women running for parliament or municipalities, or so there are different issues. Women in sports as well. We would like to empower these women, and you know, I give the credit to the different NGOs. I mean, they've been around and they've been rallying for these causes. The Beirut Marathon is a sports organization, but because we believe in this cause, we are telling all these NGOs, come and use this platform and voice over your shout loud. But the most important thing for us women is to be aware that we cannot run backwards. We have to run forwards.
When is the 10K race this year?
It's on the 4th of May.
4th of May, okay. Me and Noor, actually, who I'm going to give the platform back to, ran it last year. We're going to be running it this year, hopefully, too, Noor.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us today. That was Miss Mail Khalil, the Beirut Marathon Association founder. Back to you, Noor.